Hey, howdy, folks, and welcome to episode 250, the Semiquincentennial. That is the official naming of 250 years. I know it's not years; it's video. It's 250 shows, but 200 is the bicentennial. The semiquincentennial is this year for the United States. In fact, 1776. So it's been 250 years. Let's see. Oh, we got Chris Long with us. We got Charles. Um, he's grabbing a drink. Telemachus, thanks for coming in. Meandering Mike, thank you, buddy. And Charles bought games. He has no willpower. No. I want to thank the those of y'all that checked out the auction. I did just prior to the show here. That's going to be something I'm doing each week, just before the show here. I'm going to be doing a whatnot auction every week, selling my 15 millimeter tanks. Like this lovely guy. We got McMurray coming in. Hello, sir. How are you?
What's up?
Not much. We got Reese joining here in just a little bit. He's slicing some ham, it looks like. So,
Oh,
I would.
outstanding.
Yeah, I was commenting that this is the semi-quincentennial show, which means 250th anniversary. It technically means, 250th anniversary. It's the 250th live show that we have done.
Oh, okay.
It's hard to believe. Uh,
Well, it happens. Pretty
so,
outstanding.
and it happens to be the semi quincentennial for the United States of America because 1776 was 250 years ago. Go America! We won. Um, Tilmica says my tank weaknesses are North Africa, British Crusaders, Italian tanks, etc. But I can't buy anything until next month. Fair enough, Toll. Fair enough. That gives me plenty of time to put together some British tanks and see if I can find some good Italians. Well, I mean, good models of Italians, because really, were there good Italian tanks? Oh, when we lost McMurray. Anyway, um, yeah, Reese will be joining us as soon as his ham has been sliced. So, um, oh, there he is. He is back.
Why, whenever somebody calls me, it automatically boots me out of this thing, and then it won't let me, like, it'll continue me sitting in here streaming,
Yeah,
but it won't give me any audio or anything.
that's weird.
Yeah, it's weird, but whatever.
So, the other thing I was mentioning to everybody is go on. If you want up here, come up here.
You know,
Bastard
get.
cat.
Oh,
The other
get.
thing I was talking to him about was
Kara, come here.
that cat. Anyway, um,
She doesn't want me.
I was doing my just before we hopped on here. We did I did my whatnot auction of 15 millimeter armor, and went pretty well. Reese actually picked up
Go on.
some
Go. Go.
picked up a couple of items for the early Cold War, um, late World War II, early Cold War. But he wants them in 20 millimeter, so I gotta figure out how to blow them up and make them look good and not be so damn heavy that it costs too much to actually ship. Because This thing is going to be massive in 15 millimeter.
20?
Yeah, well, it's massive in 15, so imagine what it's going to be like in 20.
The hell is that thing?
It's an LVTP-5.
Oh,
It's the U.S. Marine Corps' amphibious landing vehicle that
yeah.
they used at the end of World War II. Could carry 34 men
Yep.
plus 3 crew. It was a Haas. It was a Haas. So, anyway,
That's pretty
uh,
badass. Who's like I'm real interested. That's pretty awesome. It's cool that you've kind of turned a side hustle there.
yeah,
Are you making the
yeah.
files or
Oh God, no, no, no. These are M. Bergman uh, from Thingiverse. He's letting me print them and sell them. All I got to do is give him 5% of the proceeds,
okay.
and then
Sweet.
he turns around and donates that to the Muscular Sclerosis
Multiple
Society.
sclerosis?
Yeah, MS.
Yes, multiple
EMS
sclerosis.
Society of New Zealand. He's a Kiwi.
He is.
Yeah.
Sweet. That's
So
pretty slick.
let's see here. Walkabout. Chris Long. What printer did you get? Talk to us, brother. And then Mike says almost halfway through May, and I have held to my dry May commitment. I'm
Hey,
buying no
that's awesome,
games,
Mike.
no
Look at you
books,
go,
no
buddy.
minis, and no DVDs.
Oh, nice.
Very
Get after
cool.
it, Mike.
Very cool. Told him like it's the first time I've seen how Whatnot worked. Very nice. I like how it's set up, fun, and can interact. Yeah, I do like it. And the auctions are short, so kind of builds excitement and whatnot. Like I said, that was just my second show, so I'm still kind of getting my feet underneath me. But if y'all are wanting to find some old uh, old stuff like old Warhammer or old White Dwarfs or other old things, check out my brother's Whatnot, the veteran wargamer. He's going through the basement and culling the ranks, as it were. So he's got some pretty good stuff. I'm not sure when his next one is going to be. He normally, well, his first one was on a Tuesday, then last week was uh, on Wednesday. So I don't know. Yeah, I know. It's the free plan and you stop recording. I don't care. Oh, he picked up a Bamboo X2D dual head. Nice.
Somebody's a
Nice.
fancy guy.
Yeah. Well, I thought I had gotten my Elegoo Neptune 4 Pro up and running again, but it's having a problem with heat creep.
I don't know what that
Where,
means.
well, so what's supposed to be hot is the very tip of it. And what's happening is the heat is running up the feed tube and it is melting the filament before it gets to the nozzle and causing blockage.
Okay.
So I got to figure out what the hell's going on and why it's doing that. And I get it cleaned out and I think I've got it all set correctly. And no,
Boop.
it says, no, we're not doing this. So, but I'm really good at disassembling the hot end and the extruder. It's actually quite easy.
We got that going for you, which is nice.
Yeah. Speaking of DVDs, I did not purchase these. It was given to me. But check this out, Mr. McMurray.
Oh,
50th
that's cool.
anniversary Victory at Sea. Yes.
That's pretty slick.
Yes.
I was just
Yeah.
talking to a local guy, the guy who does did all the Academy games conversions, the Academy games 1812, 1756, 1775, and then the Viking one 878. The guy who converted all those into miniatures with great big tables and then 6 mil miniatures,
Yeah.
but they're like modeled. So, you've got just gorgeous giant tables.
Uh huh.
Um, we were talking yesterday, and he's really, really gung ho to do Avalon Hill's War at Sea like that,
Oh, nice.
which I'm sure some of you keen eyed listeners remember I did all the ships for a few years ago on 1/6000, and that's got me all excited. That should be pretty fun.
Yeah.
I the stumbling block that I hit was making the board adequately nice, and Pat is quite good at that. He is quite good at that. He's taken some awards home from shows and stuff for that sort of thing, so that should be quite fun.
Very cool. I
Yeah.
dig it. I dig it. So, yeah, if I can't figure out the problem, I will have to just buy a new hot end. Well, I do. This is a new hot end. That's the thing. It's a new hot end because the other one decided that it wanted to have a tumor and had a big old glop of stuff on it. Let me see. Probably buried at this point. Um, so yeah, I did have. I, it is a new hot end. Oh yeah, I updated the firmware also. My firmware was so old that I had to do the firmware fix.
You had to take a Viagra because it was becoming software.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So I had to I did the fix on that and then updated the firmware. And what's interesting is that the Neptune 4 series, not only do you update the main logic board, but you also update the the board inside the control panel. So that was interesting, and it wasn't a problem. It worked like it was supposed to. So I don't know. It just I was excited to be able to get it going. And what's interesting is my original hot end, um, I had got it going. Um, I I I re-leveled the machine, and I was able to get printed a test of using the
Made me a bowl.
using a bowl that I gave to Donna, and it worked beautifully. It was perfect. And so I went to start printing out the one of the parts of Helm's Deep in 10 millimeter, and it decided it wanted to, like I said, it wanted to grow a tumor. There was a big black mass of melted uh,
Goop.
filament glommed onto the hot end, and it's like, yeah, there's no cleaning that off. So I just bought a new, or well, I shouldn't say I bought it. Donna, my lovely wife, bought it for me. It showed up, and I didn't know what was in the bag, and she said, "Open it, it's for you." And lo and behold, hot end. So, reason number 497 why my wife is awesome. And there is Mr. Reese. How you doing, sir? Can't hear you.
Not too bad
No.
about yourself.
There you go. There you go. I'm doing well. Doing well. We're just talking about my trials and tribulations with my FDM printer. So, um, yeah, I got to figure it out. This thing is going to be a beast in 20 millimeter. I am going to have to figure out how to print it hollow.
I have plans for it if you can do it for me.
Oh, I'll do it. I'll absolutely do it. That's not a problem. Um, you might have a hole in the back here that or whatever
Yeah.
whatever is considered the back. You'll have a hole that you'll need to fill, but
That's fine.
yeah.
Old chewing gum and super glue.
I
There
was
you go.
going to say,
There you go.
Chris, my best things that I've found is I orient it, which I usually don't like doing, nose of the vehicle towards the build plate, which I don't really like doing because it tends to leave um, scarring from the supports. In
Yeah.
that thing's case, you could probably ding it up to look like it's been shot at with rifles a bunch of times. But
Yeah.
and then I'll hollow it and I'll put holes in the back end
Uh
where
huh.
they're relatively unobtrusive. And then in order to get it to drain, I'll put holes uh, on the underside of the vehicle because it's not hard to get one on the underside of the vehicle closer up towards the bow that will then allow it to drain. That would be my suggestion. That's how I wound up printing like a King Tiger in resin
There you go.
in 28, which was not
Yeah.
as big as that, but uncomfortably large.
So, um, but for next week, I gotta print up. I gotta print up a Tiger 2 with a Henschel turret, a Leopard 1, and some other stuff that has been requested. So I'm actually getting people popping in. I didn't have a whole lot of people stay the entire time, but I had a lot of people drop in and say hi. Um, so that was good.
Is there a place to go
Uh,
watch these?
yeah. So the link that I sent you,
Yeah.
or not you, but put up there, that link. If you go at the right time, you actually see the live auction that I do,
Yeah.
and um,
But is there a way to go watch them like now?
I don't believe so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Uh, oh, here we are. Somebody sent something. Cold War. Oh, hey, here we go. Oh, okay. Yeah. Chris Long just sent some pictures of LVTP 5 made huge with a couple of holes in the bottoms. All right.
Yep.
Very cool. Very cool. I'll take that out. Telemachus says I always put holes on the bottom, then flip the tank upside down in the slicer, then add supports. There you go. Oh, Reese, when I heard Chris say that you were slicing the ham, I thought he said you sliced your hand. He's done that before.
That was a couple years ago.
Yeah, with the turkeys.
Yeah. Forgot about that one.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris. They are big bricks. They are definitely large and in charge.
They'll go really well with my 20 millimeter terrain.
Yeah, it looks good. Tilted at 45. Yeah, I've just been putting them, they come onto the plate like this, and I've just been supporting them like that, and honestly, you can barely see where the supports are connecting. So
Every now and then with hollow models, you get a little more suction because of the liquid fluid dynamics or
right,
whatever the fuck that
yeah,
is. So notice that giving it tilting a little bit so that you got more support surface area. I realized that it also increases the whatchamacallit, but the other thing is if you tilt it just a little bit so you can get a couple heavy supports under
yeah,
the bottom of the tank, that's usually my best go to for nah, fuck this. I'm not losing this print.
right, right. So I'll get it figured out. It won't be a big deal. Like I said, I've been able to get these as small as 1/160th scale. Um,
Oh, I printed
he
a
does.
shitload of them at 6 mil.
What's that?
Those go down to 6 mil, no problem. I've printed the shit out of
Yeah.
6 mil.
So, but yeah, I'm. It's coming along nicely. I like the models. He sent me the link to his Dropbox, so I have direct access to both his 1/100th and 1/200th scale stuff. So yeah, quite nice, quite nice. The other thing I've been looking at doing is doing my own fantasy figures, and now I'm going to be saying some dirty words here that people don't tend to like, but I was able to get this guy created. I used AI to generate the design. I just told it I want a paladin with a large two-handed sword, uh, standing with no background, and it generated a 2D picture of it, and then I took that picture and dropped it into a 3D generator, STL generator,
Oh yeah,
and
what YouTuber just did a big video about that?
I don't know,
Oh,
but
okay.
Oh, the
this
scale
is
issue?
Is
no
that what the
no
channel's called?
No, no, no.
using
What you?
using
I missed part of it. What issue did a YouTuber do a video on?
No, somebody did a big video about generating 2D images and then showed off 3 different um,
Oh,
AIs for making STLs out of images.
yeah.
never mind.
Which, like I said, which is what this guy is. He's 32 millimeters tall, and the problem I have is the cloak is super thin, as you can see here. So it would not handle getting roughed up real well.
Yeah.
But yeah, this way, if I can get this figured out, um, this way I don't have to worry about, when when I want to do fantasy figures on my show, I don't have to worry about where I'm getting them from. I was like, these are mine. I designed them. I designed them by saying what I want, and poof, Bob's your uncle. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, Taiwan and the Philippines were still using them up until about 10 years ago. There you go. Making taco salad with saffron rice for dinner. It's not too bad. Telemachus says I can change the X and Y to thicken the whole model. I might have to give that a shot. I might see what that does. How portly it makes him look. Because if I go this way and this way a bit, he is going to look a little thicker. But we'll see. 1% should help the cloak and not make the rest too thick. Oh, there you go. You know what? The AI hate trolls can hate all they want, but I'm using it as a tool to. Would you be quiet? Ah,
Okay. I know, Morgan's home.
a leaf blew by the front yard, so the dogs upstairs are barking, which causes Snippy to bark down here.
It's okay. I thought they were barking about the guy going full speed down the river on his John boat.
Yeah.
Sorry if that came through.
No,
Nope.
I'm talking about my dogs.
Here comes another guy.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Chris, they can be they can have all the hate they want. I'm utilizing it as a tool. you know, and I know that. Oh, I'm taking away the job of a sculptor. Well, you know what? No, I'm not, because I wouldn't pay somebody to do this. So I'm not taking a job away from anybody. So
The printing press, just absolutely killed the calligraphy industry.
oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I'll behave.
Well, right above me, the 110-pound behemoth decided he wanted to jump off the couch.
Boomer's got about another, I said Boomer's got about another 30 minutes.
And of course,
'Cause Hickman's
my
got a
my
long
daughter
time.
and my wife have to yell at each other to communicate because, I mean, why not? So sorry about that.
All good.
Such is
Anywho,
life.
Sorry, guys.
such is life. So, anywho, um, so what have you been working on recently, Mr. McMurray? Crickets, crickets.
I bet he's getting something. Just hold on.
Probably. Nope. No, he left.
He'll be back.
Oh yeah. So you've been working on 20 millimeter Vietnam terrain.
And 15 millimeter ACW. But let this guy talk first.
One more, I'm sorry, it booted me out again for a minute. One more time.
He asked
What
what
have
you
you
were
been
working on.
working on?
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Most of my work has been on that 6 millimeter sail power game, which is quite fun. Been getting Tommy's ships, the oars all lined out, but I've recently realized that I could use a bunch of Rengold's Lake Town and Bree buildings
Nice.
for fairly decent, approximations of some older or more primitive buildings of that era. And
Yeah.
so I test printed a bunch of those and they turned out pretty good. They're not, obviously, not everything is going to be, these are rather large buildings. And most places in the East Indies, you're not necessarily going to find, buildings this large. But then I also found a good, one of my miniature worlds files is an island that has 3 huts on it, and the hut is a separate little file. And so I took that and made essentially just some scaled down 28 millimeter huts, which work great in 6. And then I took one and I kind of flattened the roof a little bit so that it just is shorter, which kind of looks nice when you have a whole bunch of those and one of the larger guys rolling around. I've been doing a lot of that, working on printing and getting ready a whole bunch of the ships, including some of the old glory masters of the broadside line, to get them rocking and rolling, which included using Black Seas sail conversions by Simon Mann, where he has actually they're for Black Seas and, interestingly enough, Sails of Glory. He's got mast replacement kits so that you can replace the masts, the lower masts, with floral wire. So you're essentially printing from the main course up. So it models the course sail as, I guess that'd be the, not the main course, the course yard up. And so it's got the course sail for whatever mast you're using furled, and then it's got the top sail and top gallant out, which is quite nice. And then the spars are all modeled in, and it makes good looking stuff. The trick is figuring out a way when you scale that up from 1/700 to 1/300, figuring out a way to then make the bottom hole, which is designed to accept floral wire in 1/700. It's finding some sort of material to then link up whatever sized hole you've got in your hull to whatever sized hole lines up in the bottom of each of these sails, or each of these like mast heads. Essentially, it's not a masthead. A masthead is its own thing, but it's the top of this mast. So that's been quite fun to explore and work with. I think I'm sitting on 3 or 4 fully done completed ships for this. 4, and then I've got 2 of these Old Glory ships that I just need to do spars on. Then I actually, from Sea Dog Studios, who is the company that makes Sail Power, they had a bunch of their older line, so they are not. When you buy their new stuff, it's printed, and there are sails, or the masts are printed with all the spars and all the sails on them, which is pretty nice. The older ones are not, but they are super heavily discounted. So now it's a question of printing the Simon Man sail conversions to then get, spars and rigging and top masts onto those, which is actually quite a delightful little adventure.
Yeah, that's nifty.
It is. I'm having a blast doing it. They paint up pretty well. The nice part is they're not, you know, necessarily naval vessels of any nation, so you can paint them kind of with a certain amount of creative liberty if you want to do stuff. The first one I did when I kind of revisited this 6 mil Age of Sail project, I did in a Nelson checker sort of thing. Granted, it's an 8-gun sloop, so there's not really a checker, but it's in the black and the ochre, and it looks really cool. Big fan. Really enjoy it. And then I did a couple of other random ones that are just kind of stained with some accent painting, which would have been far more common to see. Just yutzing around the Mediterranean or the Caribbean at the time. So I'm having a ball. That is quite a fun project, and I'm really, really enjoying it. Like I said, I'm also plowing through my second order of Tommy ships. One thing that I told myself I was going to do this time was that I was going to line all of the oars. So the lowest layer of Thomas Foss's ships are oars and water. And it's super easy to do. You're just drawing in between each of the oars with a blue Sharpie. But for whatever reason, man, that gets in my brain and I hate it. So I told myself I was going to do that to all of them before I started painting any of the, hulls and the upper works of these ships, because that I love doing. But yeah, so that's the oar lining is currently working on maybe close to a dozen more, a little over a dozen with galleots, more Renaissance galleys and associated boats, which is quite fun because that's a really fun game. We had the few times here, 3 or 4 that we've played Galleys, Guns, and Glory recently have been just a blast. So looking forward to doing that on a far larger scale. I think total our last order for the local guys and myself wound up being like 60 something galleys, galleots, laternas. I tossed in, I know we talked about this, the galleus. So with the little tower looking guy in the front. Um, it's going to be quite wonderful once we get all these things onto a table and we're able to just really lay into one another. But yeah,
Didn't you get something else from Thomas Foss?
I did. We will deal with that project when it is closer to complete.
Completely understood.
That is delightful, and yes, I've been working on some of that stuff too. It's a secret, guys. You'll see it at some point in time. We'll play a game and blow everybody's tits clean off. It's going to be fun.
Nice.
Tommy's a wonderful person. Although, actually, yes, I did get something else from Thomas Foss. Those of you who've been paying attention have seen his little sneak previews for his triremes and biremes. He sent me one of those test models on the card,
Nice.
and I am diggity psyched to put that together. I also told myself I was going to wait and put that together once I had my galleys together, because I know that once I do that, I'm going to do that thing, I'm going to have a blast, and then I'm going to bug the shit out of myself because I can't order a bunch more from him yet. But yes, that thing looks awesome. Very excited for that. Reese, you've been hard at work, and the pictures you've been sending me are awesome. Tell us about them.
Been working on 15 millimeter Civil War. Working on a pretty special project with that. So I've got cabins and buildings. I'm going to focus mainly on the Civil War in southern Missouri and northern Arkansas. So I've got a lot of irregular forces of various compositions. Got some good bushwhackers going. Got some jayhawkers going. I have a tavern that I have named the Bear Skin Tavern. No, Bear Hide Tavern. That's what I named it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little big scale wise for 15 millimeter, but it's completely playable inside. Got movable furniture, wonderful bar, and it was just too good to pass up. And so that'll be a key feature in the campaign, because we know taverns and crossroads featured greatly in the Civil War.
Accurate.
Also been working on some 20 millimeter Vietnam. Got probably 100 more figures for that. Came in from East Front the other day. Got them all spray painted. Now just to paint them up. Got a bunch of terrain for that. Got a couple of helicopters that I'm working on for that project as well. My Elheim order should be here within the week, I hope. And eventually I'll get the rest of my 15 millimeter Civil War stuff. But I don't know when that
Shit.
will be. So.
Yes. Goodies. Goodies. That is what I keep meaning to. Okay, that's what I need to get on right now. No, I'm making goodies because I keep fucking delaying.
Don't you
Well,
worry about it, man.
forgetting to.
I'm not
No,
worried.
you can't. Don't you tell me what to do, devil woman. I'll do what I
Okay.
want. I
Okay,
want to
Marty
make
Robbins.
fucking goodies. That is true.
Uh,
That's a good reference.
you said Devil Woman. That's where my mind goes.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
But I painted a. Oh, I guess I didn't paint it. Helicopter landing pad and Marston mats last night. I haven't decided if I'm going to flock the dirt around it, or I'm just going to leave it a sand color. Haven't decided yet, but the painting aspect is done. But I got the landing pad. I have a 105 millimeter gun position. I've got a ton of machine gun nests to be, perimeters. I've got some log bunkers that are buried in the ground for VC positions. I've got 2 what they call command and control bunkers. So it's basically a brick of sandbags, and then it's got the interior as well. And
This is
I've
being
got
exceptionally modest and saying he basically has one of the medium-sized hills at Quezon in 20 millimeter.
that will be the goal.
It's
Maybe not case on itself, but a spot a little bit to the east of there is kind of what I'm basing this on.
Yeah.
But we're getting ready for it, and I just just bought some early war armor tonight from Not Jay, and that'll be a good feature for it. Also bought some armor for that 20 millimeter World War II in the Pacific potential project as well. So
Wait a minute.
because why not?
Did you say east of Quezon?
Yeah, east of Quezon.
That sounds like code for within range of the USS New Jersey.
Yeah,
Outstanding, sir.
and I've got some guys in black tracksuits and green gloves toting car 15s if we need to go west to Quezon.
Very true.
So
You'll hang out with the boys up at CCN.
yeah, given the fact that CCN was at Quezon, I've got
Correct.
some Mountain Yards and several SOG teams coming from Elheim and
That's
East.
gonna
Well,
be badass, dude.
I've got a Mountain Yard with a crossbow, a Mountain Yard with a car 15, and some other stuff from East Front. But Elheim had some amazing SOG dudes, so I had to pick up
They
all
do.
of them.
Fun fact: Tim painted a bunch of those for the Force on Force books.
Mhm.
And they are super cool figures. He still has a bunch of them, and they are really cool to see.
If Tim ever wants to sell any 20 millimeter Vietnam stuff, you have my number.
Yes, that's fair. He just
So I'm
moved, and at some point in
not
time,
encouraging him to.
we have to have a grand sorting day. And if he's every now and then, it strikes him that, man, I got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I should probably move some of this to Andrew's house before I pass away, and then I get stuck moving it all alone. Was
Um,
his rationale the last time?
I am not getting out of 54 completely. I am going to keep my 54 millimeter Vietnam, my 54 millimeter World War II stuff. But yeah, I'm about to do something very similar with my my hard plastic 54s. So
What? I know you said you have boxers, and what all are you staring down the barrel of in 54 mil? I know it's everything.
have you been on the Armies in Plastic website?
Yes, is that a consignment or resale
No,
operation?
Armies in Plastic is a producer in, I want to say, Eastern Ohio.
Okay.
And they have moved their production from China to the U.S. now.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So they're selling off a bunch of their old stock that is Chinese molds pretty cheap.
Oh, okay.
But I have a lot of that. I've got the British Camel Corps for the Sudan. Matter of fact, I think all my Camel Corps is painted. I have a bunch of Zulus, which Armies in Plastic doesn't sell Zulus anymore.
I noticed that.
Which is strange. I don't know why. Not going to ask any questions. But I have 3 or 4 sets of those, and all those are painted. A lot of Spanish-American War. I've got a bunch of World War One stuff that I'd probably get rid of my Armies in Plastic World War One stuff, and just go straight 1/35th scale for World War Two for World War One. Looking back on it, a lot of Boer War stuff. I've got 60 or 80 dismounted bores. Because I can't find 54 millimeter mounted bores, I'm abandoning Boer War and 54 millimeter, much to my chagrin. I love it. I've got a bunch of like Pashtun guys, and British troops of the Empire from basically 1870 to 1899.
Are they in red or tan?
Yes, I have both.
Sound like me.
I prefer tan, but I have some red guys to fill out the ranks.
The tan is so much more pleasant to paint. Sweet
Yeah.
Jesus.
A bunch of random Napoleonic stuff, a bunch of random modern U.S. guys, what modern quote unquote like 2008 era, 2005 era.
Yeah.
Man, I got it all.
I think that would actually be defined as modern National Guard at this point. No, I'm just kidding.
Probably. I've also got a bunch of Egyptians,
Like ancients or Sudan.
like Sudan era Egyptians.
Oh, that's pretty slick.
I never got into the modest forces. Never got into the Mahdi stuff. I was using the Egyptians for Ottomans of the era,
Makes sense.
and I've got some Russians that I was using for Ottoman auxiliaries and such. Because for some reason the Russian Cossacks, if painted correctly, looked more like Ottoman cavalry than Russian cavalry. So
Boy, howdy, those Cossacks would be pissed to hear that, but that's fair. There's a little bit
well,
of
if I
unpleasantness
see a
there.
guy squatting down doing a weird dance on my bridge to my house, I'll take the shot.
Well, I'm not saying to be that mad. Jeez, I think most of those Cossacks have probably passed on into the great horsey places.
I think so too. But yeah, I've got a lot. I never did get the Japanese sets. But they've got some Armies of Plastic has some nice Japanese Boxer Rebellion sets.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
I got a ton of Civil War stuff too.
That I got to avoid, my dude.
I know.
Yeah,
But, I mean, I could sell you about 100 to 150 54 millimeter Civil War guys.
I know. I know.
Um,
What about Jeff's guys? Are they gonna be like Tom Hanks in that movie where his country falls apart while he's stuck in the
I don't know.
airport?
I don't know. It'll be all right.
And Jeff's guys are just gonna be sitting there like,
They'll find
somebody,
it.
somebody. They
I'm
certainly
gonna save one at least to be the figurehead of my boat.
Hell yes.
So
Wait, a boat in what scale?
1-to-1.
1-to-1.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Figurehead or hood ornament? Or yes?
more like hood ornament, but you know what I mean.
I do. I'm just giving you shit. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Gotta get that thing up and running though.
That's why the good Lord gave us arms and paddles.
That is true.
It's not as fun. To be honest with you, it's not as fun, but it does
But
usually
yeah,
work.
that's really what I've been working on. Finally got my copy of Vietnam War Games by Michael Farnworth. Chris Long told me about it probably, I want to say 2 years ago. And I guess the original publisher went out of business. Another publisher picked it up. I'm not exactly sure how it all went down. But On Military Matters is a wonderful book distributor. Tracked down a copy in Great Britain, got a hold of it, and shipped it to me. They also tracked down a couple of campaign books for various conflicts that I wanted to get a hold of.
Oh, some of the Ospreys?
No.
Oh, okay.
I forget the name. But they're like wargaming campaign books. And I don't mean like Osprey campaign. Like the book has different scenarios linked together to form a wargaming campaign. I got one on...
Is that... oh, God. Skirmish campaigns? That series?
I think so.
Yeah. Those are really cool.
I got one on Quezon.
Yeah.
And I got one on Stalingrad that is more of a role-playing campaign about a sniper. But I got it more for reference material than anything.
Fair.
And you know me, I like my campaigns, and I was seeking ideas. So.
Oh, yeah.
Chris, that background makes it look like the Truman Show where you're walking up the staircase there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I've been working on. Um, had a crazy couple of work weeks. Um,
Oh yeah, how did your cattle drive go?
for the most part, good. The boss had some comments about things that need to be done differently, but overall, very good.
But you're
So
still living in the same house?
yeah, I'm still in the same house.
Oh,
So
outstanding. Good. Can't have been that bad, buddy.
no, it wasn't that bad. Um, picked up a 172 scale Cobra to replace the one the dogs chewed through.
Nice.
I misread the description on eBay,
Oh yeah?
and I thought that it was going to be one of those like real simple like old monogram kits or something. I thought this was a
Ah, you
reprint.
fucked up. Is it full of photo etch?
It's a big honking kit, like 170 something parts, 150 parts. I don't know if it's full of photo etch or not, but I'm going to be greatly simplifying this thing.
Yeah, no shit, dude.
So
A lot of the parts are probably the engine.
yes,
Well,
in the
sometimes you
past
all.
I have been very careful and used fumeless super glue and done canopies the right way. I have decided to try something new where I put the thing together, spray paint the entire thing, and paint the canopy blue.
Yep. Because then
And
you're also going to save about 45 pieces that are all that instrument panel.
I'm also going to do the same with this long body Huey that I built last night. So, um,
I'm about to say, I bet you a bunch of those pieces are things like, um, well, it's a Cobra, so never mind. I was about to say instrument panels and like on Huey's stuff like uh, handles. And I put together a Huey at one point in time that had like the seatbelts modeled on.
yeah,
And that was one of those, "Tut! Hell no."
it honestly doesn't look that bad. Um, I'll obviously be able to use it, and I'll do it well, and I'll have like accurate weapons and turrets and stuff on it. But um, it's not going to be as fast as I thought it was going to be.
I gotcha.
But also, Cobra's kind of a late war thing anyway,
Yeah.
so I'm okay without it for
You
a
got
little
some
bit.
sort of final countdown thing going on with your choppers.
Why do you say that?
Didn't Final Countdown the movie where
Oh yeah, the
um
F-14s go back in time and shoot down zeros.
yeah, except for
Yeah,
somebody ate a weird pill that Mama San gave them in Saigon, and then when they get on their Cobra, they go back and it's 1965, not 1971.
yeah, we'll see. I I'm not super picky on what air support I use in game.
That's fair.
I've been looking at 5 Minute Kursk, which is the basically direct sequel to 5 Minute Normandy,
Okay.
um, and been impressed with it so far. I've owned it for a couple years and honestly forgot I owned it.
Know that feeling.
Went to buy it again on Wargame Vault, and it's like,
Mhm.
hey, you already own this. I was like, oh, thank you. Um, so I've been reading through that again, and I've taken 5 Minute Normandy and made 5 men in the jungle for Nom before.
Yep.
And I plan to do something similar with 5 Minute Kursk, which is a slightly, when I say slightly bigger scale, slightly more figures on the table
Yeah.
than 5 Minute Normandy. And the support tables, I've been very impressed with the random rolls on the support tables, and trying to figure out what I'm going to do with that entirely. Would not be surprised if that's the system I wind up using for Vietnam.
Hell
I,
yeah.
I like that system a lot. It's super simple. Um, it has enough of that action reaction that force on force has,
Mm-hmm.
without being so complicated I lose my brain cells.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I have decided on that. Still looking for a good. I mean, I'm still reviewing rule sets for the Civil War and what I'm going to do. Um, Haven't found anything that replicates horse combat the way I want it to.
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
And it has stirred something in me to potentially write a set of rules for um, mounted gunpowder combat.
Yeah, I think whoever suggested cowboy games might have been onto something.
No, they're completely right. I mean, that's the way I'm going to go. Um,
But yeah,
but
finding the right one can be tricksy.
yeah, what I'll probably end up doing is going bigger battles and modifying some of the stuff relating to mounts.
Makes sense.
But I'm gonna need somebody's brain to bounce some ideas off.
What
So
up?
I may be pestering one of y'all about it.
My best
Both of y'all.
suggestion is when you gallop, you roll a d10 and on a 1, your horse found a gopher hole and you bite it.
So that's something I was gonna potentially get into is crossing linear obstacles or going into rough terrain with them. Basically having a roll where part of your force could wind up mounted and part of your force could wind up dismounted. Basically discombobulated,
Uh huh.
which I think would be a really interesting take on it that not a lot of people have done.
Yeah, you're now dismounted and you have a shock. Congratulations.
Well, or that, or just the entire unit is now kind of stuck until you get everybody dismounted or everybody mounted.
Uh huh.
So, which would be, you know, absolutely devastating if that happened to a unit of bushwhackers and some guys showed up with some 7-shot Spencers.
Yeah.
So, or vice versa.
Yeah. I'm about to say, no matter, I feel like no matter who it is, that's going to suck balls.
Yeah, but I've got enough. I've already basically got the terrain done for that one. I
Yeah, it
think you've
looks
seen bits and
awesome.
pieces of it.
Yeah.
I am going to wind up getting, I think, some 6-inch rivers from Battle Map Bazaar.
Mhm.
Those, I think they're felt, and then you cut them out.
Yeah. They are. They're really cool.
Okay. I think I'm going to wind up doing that so that we can have a gunboat come up the river or down the river if we need to,
Mm-hmm.
without being so big that it's overwhelming on the table.
Yep.
So
The I was about to say the one thing with Battle App Bazaar that I would suggest is um sometimes the edges, excuse me, come through white.
okay,
So just having like a brown Sharpie on hand to gently just kind of tease out the edges helps a lot.
after you cut them out.
Uh huh.
Okay.
Buddy was thinking he was going to spray paint the backside of the sheep brown before he did it, but I don't know if he ever actually did, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend that right off the bat.
Okay.
But yeah,
We'll see. So that's going to be probably a later thing because I've got some good 3 to 4-inch rivers right now.
oh yeah,
And I've only got one gunboat completed. So, did I talk about the QRF bushwhacker miniatures
no,
already? So I ordered bushwhackers from QRF.
Mhm.
Number one, no pictures of the sculpts on the site whatsoever, so it was kind of just a roll of the dice.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent sculpts,
Okay.
horrible castings.
Oh man,
Yeah,
oh dude,
I've got
Bum,
bobtailed
bum,
horses. I've got
dum,
bushwhackers with one arm.
dum. That's no bueno.
that
I got a
sucks, dude.
bunch of horses that their legs are missing the front part. Very disappointed with with those castings. I'm just painting them up as normal and going to use them and pretend like they don't exist.
Yeah, just play with them.
Uh,
Nobody will notice them.
but it's given me wonderful, one-armed bushwhacker characters and such. So
Hey man, most people existed.
no, I know they did, and I'm going to use them as such. But it's funny.
You're just being very
But
2026 and
you see a lot
inclusive
of
of all
amputee
the
horses.
differently abled.
Yeah, you didn't see a lot of differently abled horses though.
Well, yeah, those tend to become food.
Yeah. But
those are yard horses. They're 3 feet.
only got 3 feet.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I do have a bobtail. I mean, it's hard to see, but I got a bobtail horse. So
He's
Mom always
fancy.
warned you if you whack in the bush too much, your arm will fall off.
I'm not sure I'm not going blind. I don't know.
but
Nice one, Mike.
I've been rewatching Ride with the Devil and getting a lot of paint jobs out of that movie.
There you go. Nice.
Fantastic
Alright.
film. Even better book, but fantastic film.
Todd apparently just read Ride with the Devil.
Woe to Live On?
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking something else.
Yeah.
Really long, like 600 pages.
No. Like
Okay.
100, 150 pages max.
Oh, okay. No, I don't know what the hell I'm thinking of
Was
there.
it The Devil Knows How to Ride?
Nah. There was something that was then made into a Western that I recognized. I don't remember. Either way.
Gone to Texas?
Something with Robert Duvall, I think.
Lonesome Dove.
That's it.
Yeah, that's
Ding, ding.
super long. Larry McMurtry.
Yes. Correct.
Good stuff.
Great book.
I've not read it. I was thinking about reading it because Todd said it was pretty good. A little
It is
thinky.
phenomenal.
Little thinky, but pretty good.
Do you know anything about it?
Nope.
Then I'm not going to spoil anything.
Okay.
That is a blessed existence to be able to experience that for the first time.
It's been so long since I've seen it. I bet you if I watch it now, it'll be like watching it again for the first time.
Oh, I could never. I could quote that movie basically front to back.
Yeah. So, for you watching that is akin to me watching Star Wars. You got to do it at least once a year.
Yeah. Hey guys, I gotta jump for a second. I will be back.
All right, no worries.
I'll probably be gone for 10 minutes.
before you bounce, in case you don't make it back, in 3 hours you're gonna have an M47 done.
Oh, thank you very much.
Fingers crossed.
I will be back. I gotta go put birds up. So.
All right.
Yeah.
They fly on their own, Reese. Jeez.
Yeah, except, so he gets out of breeding turkeys, and what does he do? He goes out and buys a couple of fucking turkeys.
Wait, they're turkeys or chickens?
I think he's got turkeys, chickens, grouse.
Well,
So yeah, all of the
whatever. They're probably all equally delicious. I just ate a whole bunch of ground turkey. It was delicious.
Yep.
I'm sure Reese's turkeys have legs, but yeah. Did a
Nice.
ground turkey joke.
Nice. I don't know. The only ground. Well, I take it back. Ground pork I like if it's in intestines. Called sausage. I don't like ground chicken. I don't like ground turkey. Ground beef obviously is fine. And ground pork, again, only if it's as a sausage. And not sausage patties, like actual link style sausage. I don't know. It's a texture thing. I was like, ugh. But I mean, you do you, man. I'm not saying that you're wrong for liking it. I don't. No bueno. No bueno.
Such is life. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So, I had one of the guys from the show has asked me to print up the tiger with the
What the
with
fuck?
the Porsche turret. So I got to see if I've got that. All right, you're back.
One of the guys on the show, and I saw you doing a little turntable thing with your hands.
Yeah, his he asked for a Tiger with a Porsche turret.
Oh yeah.
So now I gotta see if I've got that. I'm positive I do, because I'm not gonna say Bergman's got everything, but he
That's
got it
pretty
out of
damn
shit.
close.
Yeah.
I actually did my. I have a 28 mil King Tiger that's a
Nice.
Porsche turret. That's pretty fun. Um,
Tiger One mid. Um,
I agree with you, Mike. Um, but the
Tiger Two Porsche.
what are you getting for these things, Chris?
I start him at 3.
Okay.
So I mean, nobody's been fighting over them because I got lots of them. So
That's fair.
three is fine. I mean,
Yeah.
three's a good price, I think.
Oh, it's very. Yeah.
Let's see.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there's the Porsche turret and the Henschel turret,
Yep.
and without it saying which is which, I couldn't tell you the difference. Be perfectly honest. Couldn't tell you if I wanted to.
Um, I think the biggest thing was there's a difference in the uh um like the hull structure because in the Porsche Tiger the turret is mounted further forward than in the Henschel,
Oh, okay.
but they took all of those prototypes that Porsche made and I think turned them into Elephants and Ferdinands, or at least most of them.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, um, I think it's let's see. I think somebody correct. I'm sure somebody will correct me if I'm wrong. Um, but I think it's the King Tiger where Porsche versus Henschel. One of the turrets has like a cupola on the side of it. Um, but yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm losing my mind. Uh, but I don't know. I don't know. That's okay. Either way, I made my 28 mil Tiger 2 like that, so it's got the little commander's cupola on the left side of the turret.
Yeah.
Very happy with that. It was quite fun to do.
Nice.
Um, but
I'm back.
hello.
Hola. Welcome back.
What are we discussing?
So yeah, it's gonna be about 3 hours to print this sucker out, and that's the only thing I can fit on the plate.
The M47 or the LVPT?
The M47.
They're kind of chunky. Sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. No. Um, yeah, the only thing I'm going to be able to fit in 20 millimeter on the LVTP is going to be the LVTP,
I figure as much.
and I might have to angle it weird just to make it fit.
If you need to scale it slightly down, do what you got to do.
No. Nah, we'll get it done. We'll get it done.
There was a very famous fire on one of those that sent a very famous Marine home.
Yo, yeah.
Yeah, Carlos Hatkow was the one who went up, wasn't
Yep.
he? Yeah.
He
Yep.
was sitting on top and got blown free, if I remember correctly, and then went back in to save some guys.
Yeah, fucked his hands and everything up. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not wrong there, Chris Long. You're not wrong. But I want to get my FDM going first. Yeah, I looked at the Jupiter and it's just, although it's really, really cool to be able to print something that big, I don't ever, unless I want to print a battalion of T-72s and 15 millimeter all at once, I don't need a Jupiter.
Yes. Like, it's cool.
Yeah,
I have a
but
buddy who,
but is it $1,000 cool?
yeah.
Which got their case on a stratagem for Tet. Is that what that says? You're muted.
Have I been muted this entire time?
Not the entire time.
Anyway, but yes, this is that's the campaign that I picked up
Very
from
cool.
Brit Publishers, and then I also picked up the Stalingrad one just to hang on. Stalingrad one to see how I felt about it. I'll be probably picking up more of these. I've been very impressed with them for what they are. So.
Holy shit, the Jupiter 2 is going to be more than a foot across the footbed, or the print bed.
Yeah.
And it's resin?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, hey, what the hell do you wash that in your bathtub?
Exactly.
I'll send you a horse trough.
Yeah, dude.
It's freaking huge, man. It's gargantuan. The Saturn is big enough, I think. It's got what is its 211 by 118.
Yeah, Jupiter's 302 by 161. It's colossal. It's
Yeah.
like a foot by 7 inches.
Yeah.
Good lord. I'm going to print a small child. Screw it.
Mm-hmm.
McMurray, do you have Spotify Premium?
I do not.
Okay, do you? Okay, never mind then. I was going to ask if you listen to a lot of audiobooks because Woe to Live On, the book that Ride of the Devil's based on, is a phenomenal audiobook.
I do, but they tend to be on YouTube, so they're rather disjointed and they get pulled down to the middle of me reading them. So it's kind of like
Understood.
me. It's kind of like me forgetting them in a different car, and then I don't have it anymore.
I found the Rogue Squadron series on audiobook on YouTube, and I don't know if y'all remember that week
Oh.
I was hauling hay till like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning every night. I was just
Yeah.
out on the train with the headlights on. Most surreal moment, one of the most surreal moments of my life. I don't remember half of it, but it was fun.
Nice.
So I cannot hear or read the Rogue Squadron books without feeling like I'm hauling hay, and I can't haul hay without thinking about the Rogue Squadron books. They're forever tied.
My my brain does that with reading PDF copies of old Flames of War books and watching or and hearing the Office theme song.
Yeah.
Because when Battlefront put all of the version 2 books up for free, I was watching um, The Office for the first time, catching up with like 3 or 4 seasons of it.
Hmm.
And so now that is just one of those weird involuntary recalls that just, oh shit, okay. Uh
Yeah.
it's weird. It's weird. Um
You
but
do
both
you do
very
the
fun
same
movies.
thing together long enough,
Oh yeah.
it gets somehow.
The
Um,
human brain's a wild thing.
Back onto the topic of wargaming.
Yeah. That was
Um,
Flames of War related.
I know. Do I flock the ground on some of this stuff? Like how would y'all go about doing that?
Oh yeah. I would by all means uh like paint it muddy and then
Okay.
do around the outside edges of the sculpt so where it goes down to meet the ground.
Do whatever I do my miniature flocking in.
Yeah, that usually works pretty great. Like
It looks to me like most of Quezon and most of the hill forts were just mud pits.
washed out mud pits. It does, but unless
But
you're
I'm
gonna
maybe used to
play
grass mat, so
exactly, I was about to say, unless you're gonna play on a mud mat, that can really make them look kind of weird.
I've been keeping most of my guys to be flak jackets and M14s.
That's awesome.
Some of them are going to be soft cover in M14s, so I'll have like a recon platoon and things like that as well. Um, but I've been very happy with them. I didn't realize this, but East Front puts is it the M14E2 with the bipod?
I believe so. Yeah.
East Front puts some of those sculpts in with their Marines.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
And then of course I've got all my. You've seen my plastic Marines, and
Yeah.
I've got plastic like first cav.
Hmm.
So I'm going to try not to mix too many M16s in, but if I do, I do.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's be honest here. At some point in time, you're going to wind up with a bunch of them 16s, anyways, because at some point in time, you're going to realize you can store like 8 20 mil miniatures in the space it took you to store 154.
well, I have a ton of. I shouldn't say I have a ton. I have probably 30 to 60 with M16s already, but they're the plastic ones. Um,
That'll happen.
so I have no problem mixing the plastic and the metal. I'm doing mostly plastic communists, and I bought 4 more sets of plastic communists recently too.
Nice.
So I've got a bunch of VC, bunch of NVA. I just have a really hard time painting them.
Fair.
So
The bright side is, especially the NVA, tend to paint crazy fast
yeah,
because you can prime them tan, and then you have to pick out like 4 colors in small spots, and you're done. Wash your way to success.
some of them I'll do green, but
That's
in
fair.
the VC I'll probably do in like pastel colors, khakis, and blacks.
Yeah, black pajamas, baby.
Exactly.
Make them all the black pajama boys.
And you've seen my rice paddy terrain, my
Yes,
20 mil rice paddy terrain.
I think so.
Okay. I'm not in person, but I think I've sent you pictures of it.
I believe so.
The 20 mil village I've got going on.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I did get some spider hole figures from East Front.
Just like a little dude with his head poking out of the ground.
Just a head and an AK, basically.
Nice. Now,
So
now you need to
I
get
may
some tunnel rats.
I've got one tunnel rat because evidently I ordered enough stuff from Eastfront. The guy's like, "Here, have some free figures on this," and instead of like most companies just pulling random figures out of their line, he's like, "Hey, you bought this. Let me give you more of this." So he gave me a tunnel rat, and like a random officer, and a random guy with a 60 millimeter mortar,
Oh, that's
and
badass.
Is
yeah,
it slung over his shoulder?
no, it's in front of him, and he's got a helmet and a flak jacket on.
Oh, okay.
But I think I need to check. I think I got a guy with a 60 mil slung from Elheim.
Nice.
So
Is your tunnel rat just some random dude? Does he have like the full get up with the mouth
so
activated flash or headlamp and a
he's
Bolt revolver and all the nonsense, or is
he's
he
stripped down to like shorts and a t-shirt, I think,
okay?
squatting down with a headband and a 1911. So
Nice.
good enough for me.
Oh yeah,
Um, a 20 millimeter tunnel rat game would be insane.
that'd be logistically difficult to do.
I don't know.
I know how
Like,
you would do it.
I
just
think I know how I would do it too.
like my point
I
is
think
just
I would pull out Jay Wiley's dungeon deck and figure out a modification for that.
well, I just
Hey,
mean making
Ashley, how
it
you
look
doing?
right in terms of like, okay, this has to be a really tight space, but my models aren't posable. This is going to be challenging.
I would do a 1.5 inch wide, 1 to 1.5 inch wide, um, basically dungeon tile thing,
Yeah, it makes sense.
and just make it mud.
Makes sense.
I don't
That's
know
what
how
you see
fun that
people
would
do
be
with.
though, because it'd be like one guy in the tunnel, you know. And I mean, I think that'd be incredibly fun. I don't know how well it would do at conventions.
Yes,
Oh,
I
it
was
would
about to
not
say
be a
you see people do
convention
it with
game.
like the Vauban fortresses and stuff.
Yeah,
Um, but
but I thought the spider hole guys could basically just be used as enemy markers to
yeah,
random positions or whatnot.
absolutely,
They'll do just fine.
Jump off points for
absolutely.
chain of
Chain of
command
command.
Vietnam.
Yeah, basically yes. Um, so we'll see how that all goes. I'm excited about it. We'll see how it plays. Got to get it all painted though. I did get some metal
Yeah,
chopper
Ashley.
crews from Eastfront.
Metal what?
Chopper crews, like door gunners and such.
Oh, okay. I thought you said shopping carts. I was like, what the fuck are you doing with those?
Yeah, the supermarket at Way is about to.
Yeah, like the PX at Payson is really popping.
Good
Um,
lord.
Give me my C rations.
yeah, there's just randomly a shopping cart tangled in the wire.
We should do that.
That would be entertaining.
I got to figure out
Okay.
20 millimeter bob wire. But anyway,
Man, think about it this way: what on like old school barbed wire? What do you think the distance between the 2 points is? An inch?
between the actual barbs on the wire,
No, from 1 point. No, on the same barb, right? You've got depending on the
yeah,
style of
there's
barbed
an inch
wire.
and a half across.
Exactly. So
As
you
I'm
need to model
intimately
something
familiar with bob wire.
that is your barbs need to be 1/80th of an inch on the
I'm thinking about
wires.
just taking some ultrafine wire and twisting it together and calling it good.
Correct.
Of that nature.
Now you're talking.
I'm not concerned about modeling the individual barbs. I'm trying to figure out how to do entanglements and posts and all of that.
Okay, because I was going to make fun of you.
Oh no,
Um,
I'm not holding in my 20 millimeter scale cows. I mean, I am, but which I also got 15 millimeter scale cows from Pendragon too
hell yeah.
for not ride with the devil, but our bushwhacker games.
Yeah. So one thing that's easy to do with what you've got for modeling tangled wire and stuff you've got those bases, depending on how chippy the resin is. So I would find a big solid piece and then slowly pin vise into it. Use your pin vise to drill holes the size of standard toothpicks, not shitty flat toothpicks, the round guys, or the ones even better if you can find the ones that aren't rounded but they're squared off, but they're still the nice thick toothpicks.
I'm a toothpick user.
Exactly. So yeah, I recall. Yeah. So those clip ends off and then set that down into your like fortifications, the bases outside of the sandbags,
Okay.
and then that'll give you good posts to then string wire on. For 20 mil, I'd just string your wire. You can either get like picture hanging wire, or if you want to twist two up, that's perfectly fine. I wouldn't necessarily use like people recommend a pencil, although that's a big roll of wire, but the U.S. military at the time wasn't using little like World War II field phone wire spools. They were using the great big fuck off coils of wire.
Yes.
So that might even be perfect. But then you just take those, you wind up your wire around your pencil, then you can pull it out, glue it to your posts, what have you. Every now and then you'll see somebody who actually twists wire around the post and the wire. I just use glue, but yeah. And then you can glue down onto the uh, like if you wind up putting white glue or something onto your terrain for basing materials or grit or whatever, you can just put that on after the wire, and then in getting between the coils, you'll usually get enough oversplash onto the coils just in trying to rub the glue in there that it'll hold them on like nobody's business.
Okay.
I realize that was long and convoluted, but
No, you're good.
that's how I did that big
I'm
World War
also
One non-modular table back in the day, and it worked really well.
I'm also thinking about sending a note to my custom terrain guy and saying, "Hey, can you do this for me?"
That
Because
is true.
I am running short on a lot of time.
Well, that is fair, and that dude makes awesome terrain. The guy who did your Civil War stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, boner jams. Very good stuff.
I've been impressed.
That being said, gentlemen, it is that time. McMurray needs to go the hell to sleep so that I can wake up in 6 hours.
Before you do, can I show you a closer look at the tavern?
I'm on my phone. Just send me pictures,
Okay.
buddy.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
sounds good.
Your
You're
your
good.
whole screen is like an inch or a half inch by 3/4 of an inch.
Do what you got to do.
Alrighty, buddy. Be good.
Take care, McMurray.
Later, guys. See you, Chris, Series, Toll, Ashley, Mike, Charles, Chris, Polly. Later, guys. How the fuck do I close? I can never figure out how to close this goddamn thing.
Do I just need to
I
call
keep
you?
hitting the live button, but that doesn't do. All right, you know what?
Oh man. Well, I think we're gonna
he's
go
a-
ahead and wrap up ourselves. Need
Sounds
to.
good.
I gotta eat some dinner, and my crazed ass dog is about to come downstairs, and that causes all kinds of havoc. So, I want to thank everybody for an answer to your question, Mike. No, I have not played Purple Haze, Tunnel Rats, or Warfighter Vietnam with the Tunnel Rats expansions. That sounds interesting, though. So, all right, guys. Again, like I said, thanks for showing up and watching. I truly appreciate it. And be on the lookout in Discord and on the Facebook group. I'll be posting my next auction on that. It's probably going to be next Wednesday. It should be next Wednesday. 720, 722, whatever it takes. So, All right. Until next time, we shall see you on the flip side. Take care now.